Your podcast show notes are critically important to the success of your show.
And now, a look at this week in podcasting news. It's the Jag Show Podcast.
Too often, podcasters write a paragraph summary or just copy-paste a transcription of their episode and say, okay, I did my show notes. Here's why show notes are so important. Google search is still one of the top ways people find podcasts. And at least for now, Google cannot search audio. It can only search through text. So if you write show notes with SEO, search engine optimization, in mind, you can help your ranking in Google search. Think about your title and how that relates to questions, ideas, or guests that your potential audience is Googling. And there are a number of SEO tools out there, some free, some paid, that can help you with all of this. I have to take a moment and credit Steve Stewart and Mark Deal of the Podcast Editors Academy for putting on the Podcast Show Notes Summit this past Saturday. They had 8 incredible panelists explaining all things show notes in detail. Worth a listen. If you can swing it, you can watch the replay for just $99 at shownotessummit.com. Link in today's show notes. Also, a tip from Rob Walch of Libsyn. If your show notes are on the longer side, put any key links at the top, not the bottom. Some podcast players will only display the beginning of your notes, so if you've got something important, put it at the front. One other point on the importance of searchability. Since Joe Rogan became a Spotify exclusive and full episodes are no longer on Apple, Google, YouTube, and more, it appears the social media bump that Joe's guests normally get is waning. Now, I just Googled Joe Rogan podcast. Best I could get was his website, where I had to then hunt for the show. Now, I'm not going to say Joe Rogan was wrong to say yes when Spotify backed the Brinks truck up to his front door. However, not appearing in search results is not good for your show in general. Who is listening to podcasts? More data out from Westwood One again proves the typical podcast listener is, are you listening, advertisers? Young, employed, educated, and upscale. Link in today's show notes. Tascam, a well-respected audio equipment maker, has come up with their own mobile recording studio. It's called the Mixcast 4. Looks pretty similar in price and features to the Rodecaster Pro at $600, but the Mixcast does come with editing software. Link in today's show notes. And just a reminder, I am trying to put this content out everywhere, my website, all the podcast apps, YouTube, even Instagram and TikTok. Also available in a weekly newsletter. If you want it right in your email box each week, if you forget to listen, you can subscribe at jagindetroit.com/subscribe. Until next week, stay healthy and stay safe. Later.
If you like what you just heard, share The Jag Show with someone else who's interested in podcasts. You can also follow The Jag Show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. Visit jagindetroit.com.